On pole for Heat 1 would be Kyle Cisnowski in the 7 car with Ophelia and Dumian in the 2 on his outside. Alex Allen would force it 3 wide right at the start of the race and would grab the lead, forcing the 7 up the track and into the lesser preferred driving line. Third and fourth corners would feature another lead change as William Duncan dropped to the inside and took the lead off of the corner there. We've already had 2 lead changes and we're only done the first lap as Luko Rovac now gets down to the inside along with Skylar Dixon, and they are going to move up into first and second as the field is battling quite heavily in the early laps here as Mark Nutt drops to the inside of Skylar Dixon, who has since got by Luko Rovac, and Mark Nutt's going to take the lead. A lap and a half later, Luko Rovac, who would get to the inside of Mark Nutt, would clear him off of turn number 2, as now Skylar Dixon's making it 3 wide for the lead. Mark Nutt got a bit of a run back on the outside, wasn't able to do anything with it, and the 96, who's already won so many heat races so far this year, is currently leading at the taking of the first caution flag. Running around midfield, Dakota Honecker would be racing with Scott Batista and Jeffrey Finguy when he would dive it in just a little bit too hard, make some contact with Scott Batista, and they would take some huge hits into the outside wall in turn 2. Skylar Dixon would get a great start on the restart over Luko Brovac and would put about a 4-car length gap on him, as now Luka is going to have to deal with Luke Walker and Mark Nutt if he's going to be able to catch Skylar Dixon here. Within the next 4 laps, coming out of turn 4, Luko Brovac would make a move on Skylar Dixon and would retake the lead. Jeffrey Finguy has also made his way up through the pack so far this race, is up into 3rd with Luke Walker 4th and Spencer Fullerton back up into 5th after being shuffled outside the top 10. Despite the lack of battles currently at the front, well, we definitely seem to have some in the midfield here, as any position 4th on back still seems to be up for grabs here with some 2 and 3 wide racing with the rookies and veterans alike mixing it up here. Coming to 6 laps to go, Luke Walker had made it up in the 2nd, and they were starting to catch Luko Brovac, but Skylar Dixon felt that he needed to get back by Luke Walker if he was to have any chance of the victory, and he was able to do so in turn 2. Now he's going underneath Luko Brovac. Takes a look into turn 1. Can he hold it? Luko Brovac fights back on the outside. Skylar is still there, but Luke is clear for now. Skylar Dixon would keep trying, and eventually it would pay off, though, coming to 4 laps to go, as Skylar would drive right on by Luka in turn 4. Just 1 lap later, however, Luko Brovac would drop to the inside and slide up the track right in front of Skylar Dixon. Skylar Dixon now trying to get the lead, as I think we're coming to the white flag this lap. Skylar gets underneath him, and it looks like he's going to get it into turn 1. Rather, this is 2 laps to go. After the taking of the white flag, Luko Brovac drops to the inside of Skylar Dixon, coming down into turn 3. Skylar tried to block, that's not going to work. Luko Brovac's going to win heat race number 1. Skylar Dixon in the 96 came up just a little bit short of getting her 4th heat race victory of the year. Luke Walker finishes 3rd, Matthew Nicholson in 4th, and Gerald Reddington is going to round out the top 5. The 69 of Paul Swanson would get a much better start than the leader did at the start of heat race number 1, and he would jump out to the early lead over James O'Shea, who started on his outside. Terrence Day, however, would sweep by on the inside to take the lead at the end of lap 1. As Ilya Bondarenko drops to the inside, and he's actually going to take the lead, as it looks like we have some trouble in the back. 4 wide at a half-mile dirt track doesn't work. Carlin Dumian got into Johnny Appleseed and James O'Shea. Johnny Appleseed, Andreas Allen, Carlin Dumian go for wild rides with James O'Shea and Carlin Dumian both going over. The camera from turn 2 was able to capture this rate from turn 1, was able to catch this shot perfectly, capturing the wreck in its entirety. Ilya Bondarenko will lead the field back to the green flag on lap number 7. That wreck happening very early on in the race. Chris Washer in the 5 would restart second, but Ilya would begin slowly pulling away a little bit, it seems, on Chris Washer. Just as in Heat 1, although things may have settled out up front, they definitely haven't around the midfield, as the drivers are still racing 2, sometimes even 3 wide. As now Terrence Day drops to the inside of Chris Washer for second, and he will get it into turn 2 here. Terrence Day, in fact, would get such a big run while passing Chris Washer that he would be able to dive to the inside of Ilya Bondarenko and slide up the track right in front of him to take the lead. In turn 1, Ilya Bondarenko would have to check up a lot to avoid Terrence Day, as Terrence Day slid up the track and had to check up to avoid going off course. William Nicholson would go to try to get underneath Johnny Finguy. Contact would be made, and he would spin into the outside wall before being hit by Paul Swanson, who had nowhere to go. William Nicholson and Paul Swanson would both go out of the race from this accident. Terrence Day would lead on the restart with just 4 laps to go. We'd get a relatively good start, and this would disallow Ilya Bondarenko from making an immediate move. Although Ilya Bondarenko would certainly try, Terrence Day's car just seemed a little bit stronger than Ilya for now, and because of that, Terrence Day would come down to the checkered flag to claim his first ever heat race win. Ilya Bondarenko would come across the line second. He led a few laps earlier in the race, and he'll be starting well in the feature. Chris Washer in the 5 would finish 3rd. Sawyer Girl in the 4th, another good heat race finish for him, and Ty Dent in the 83 would round out the top 5.